Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahar, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, many blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayah Dawadah, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. Just wanted to, came across an article, wanted to bring it out to the hopeful elect, the house of David. You know what I'm saying? I pray this lesson is edifying. And, just one more step closer, man. We could really feel it, man. We can feel it. It's in the air. You can feel it in your body and your spirit. You can feel it. You pretty much can taste it. You know, these people are bugging out. Okay. They don't have the answers. They don't know what's going on, but the prophets of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai have that answer. All right. That's why, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, we all the way down to the lowest man, we always say we have the 100% truth. Cannot be disputed. Whether you want to scoff about it or not, that's up to you. But here's the thing. The men of the Lord know that they have the 100% truth. We have all that we need. And this is yet another reason why to feel this way. This is Salakia. Turn the call on. Salakia. All right, so this is U.S. inflation from RT News. All right, let me read this. It says U.S. inflation to get even worse. Fed banker predicts. That's right. So hey man, I know myself. I've been speaking about inflation for a couple of years going on at least. And other brothers, starting with, hey man, all the brothers that are in the right spirit have been speaking about how this place is about to crumble. Okay. And these people don't even they have no idea. They have no idea what's coming. They don't know how to fight it because there's no way to fight it. It's the will of the Lord. And, they're going to try to, band-aid, give different band-aids, whether it be these current bills. Okay. This Build Back Better bill, all that crap. Okay. They're going to try to put a band-aid on the wound, man. But you're trying to put a band-aid on a bullet wound, man. Okay. It's not going to work. Okay. All right. So let's read the title again. We're going to get the definition of it so we get the proper understanding of what is truly going on in this economy and what's going to happen when this place completely folds. All right. This is this is from RT News again. The title says U.S. inflation to get even worse. Fed banker. It says Fed banker predicts. That's right. All right. So it says the U.S. inflation to get even worse. So it's not going to get better, man. All right. Your Build Back Better bill or whatever the hell you want to call it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. OK, nice try, though. All right. Let's get the definition real quick. OK, and I went to Investopedia. All right. For the definition. OK, so as you can see right here, where inflation. It says from Investopedia, it says, what is inflation? It says inflation is the decline of purchasing power of a given currency over time, a quantitative estimate of the rate at which the decline in purchasing power occurs can be reflected in the increase of average price level of a basket of selected goods and services in an economy over some period of time. The rise in the general level of prices, often expressed as a percentage, means that a unit of currency effectively buys less than it did in prior periods. Is that not what's going on? Did not the elders? Okay, because you watch, some of you brothers and sisters, y'all definitely watch the elders and apostles, man. Did they not also use examples like Lay's potato chips? Because all of us who are of a certain age, I'm 37. Okay, all of us who are of a certain age, man, remember that when the chips were the Lay's potato chips, the smaller ones used to be about a quarter or 50 cents. Okay, with more chips in it. Okay, now jump up a few years, man, and now it's $1. Okay, and a bag full of air, man. rationing off chips, man. Okay, you're paying more for something, all right, that declined in value. All right. It says inflation can be constrained. It's like inflation can be constrained with deflation, which occurs when the purchasing power of money increases and prices decline. That's not what's going on right now. Key takeaways: inflation is the rate at which the value of currency is falling and consequently the general level of prices for foods or for goods and services is rising. Inflation is sometimes classified into three types: demand pull inflation, cost push inflation, and built-in inflation. It says the most commonly used inflation indexes are the Consumer Price Index, CPI, and the Wholesale Price Index, WPI. Inflation can be viewed positively or negatively depending on the individual viewpoint and rate of change. It says, those with tangible assets like property or stocked commodities may like to see some inflation as that raises the value of their assets. It says, understanding inflation. While it is easy to measure the price changes of individual products over time, human needs extend beyond one or two periods. Slack It says, individuals need a big and diversified set of products as well as a host of services for living a comfortable life. They include commodities like food, grains, metal, fuel, utilities like electricity, and transportation, and services like healthcare, and entertainment, and labor. And so it's just giving you a breakdown of how inflation affects all sectors of society. And when I go into that article, it's going to just break down, how this place is getting worse. It's getting worse within what is being described right here in this article. It says inflation aims to measure the overall impact of price changes for a diversified set of products and services and allows for a single value representation of the increase in the price level of goods and services in an economy over a period of time. Important. The U.S. Federal Reserve announced no change in its rate policy at its June 21st meeting and did not signal concerns about rising inflation. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that the Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers, talking about you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, was up by 5.4% in the 12-month period ending July 2021, equaling the previous record, a 5.4% increase during the 12-month period ending August 2008. Was that not during the housing bubble? All right, when that crashed. See the parallels here? We're going to continue. It says, as a currency loses value, prices rise and it buys fewer goods and services. This loss of purchasing power impacts the general cost of living for the common public, which ultimately leads to a deceleration of economic growth. It says the consensus view among economists is that sustained inflation occurs when a nation's money supply growth outpaces economic growth. Woo! Call Halayim Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. It says to combat this, a country's appropriate monetary authority, like a central bank, then takes the necessary measures to manage the supply of money and credit to keep inflation within permissible limits and keep the economy running smoothly. Theoretically, Monetarism is a popular theory that explains the relation between inflation and money supply of an economy. For example, following the Spanish conquest of the Aztec and Inca empires, massive amounts of gold, especially silver, flowed into the Spanish and other European economies. Since the money supply had rapidly increased, the value of money fell, contributing to rapidly rising prices. Inflation is measured in a variety of ways depending upon the types of goods and services considered, and is the opposite of deflation, which indicates a general decline occurring in prices for goods and services when the inflation rates fell below 1%, or it's like below 0%. All right. So I'm not going to read this entire article. I'm going to read just a little bit into causes of inflation, but we're going to get the article from RT News. I just wanted to get this general. I wanted to get a complete breakdown of what we're talking about when we say inflation is coming into this economy. So I just wanted to make sure that edification went out for those of you understanding the times that we're in. All right, because this goes also into measuring the times diligently itself. It's in itself as well. It says an increase in the supply of money is the root of inflation. So are they not flushing more they're talking about 1.75 trillion, all right, into the economy? Okay, they're printing money at this point, and it's not backed by anything. It says, though this can play out through different mechanisms in the economy, money supply can be increased by the monetary authorities, either by printing and giving away more money to the individuals by legally devaluing, reducing the value of the legal tender currency, most commonly by loaning new money into existence as reserve accounts credits through the banking system, by purchasing government bonds, all right, from banks on the secondary market. In such cases of money supply increase, the money loses its purchasing power. The mechanisms of how this drives inflation can be classified into three types. It says demand pull inflation, cost push inflation, and built-in inflation. So I'm not going to go all the way in there. You know what I'm saying? You brothers and sisters, if you want to get this, all right, you can look this up. This is, you can Google inflation definition. And this article called from Investopedia, all right, is it will pull up, if you look hard enough for it. It's not that hard. All right, it took me a couple minutes. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this real quick. Back in the article from RT News, it says U.S. inflation to get even worse. Fed banker predicts. It says a Federal Reserve official has warned that inflation is only bound to get worse for Americans, at least for the next few months, before it likely begins to taper off, which we know that's not true. It's just going to keep getting worse. It's not going to stop. Okay? These people seem to think that this place is just going to continue to go on and on. Okay? But that's not true. The Lord said that he had a time marked off for this place, man. Let's get scripture real quick. Let's start at Haggai. Haggai 1:6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little. This is talking about Israelites, but ultimately through the Spirit you can apply it to this place, Babylon the Great. Okay, this is Haggai 1:6. It says, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm, And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. That's right. And ultimately through the Spirit, man, we know this is talking about you Israelites, okay? All of us Israelites, all right, because we're under the curses. But ultimately, all right, when you look at through the Spirit, man, all right, America is filling a bag full of holes, man. All right, this place is about to collapse. All right, this place is about to collapse, man. It's no way. I mean, to not see it for what it is you're playing yourself. Okay, you're fooling yourself. All right, let's get Micah. It says Micah 6:10. It says Micah 6:10. It says, "Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and a scant measure that is abominable?" It says, "Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances, and with a bag of deceitful weights? For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth." And that's what you've been by you, taking these different countries, these different resources from these different countries, man, robbing everybody. You robbed us. You robbed us of our heritage. Okay, you done these different wicked deeds, man, and now the Heavenly Father is about to allow you to be done away with. All right, so to speak. All right. Verse 13, it says, "Therefore also I will make the sick of the," "Therefore also will I make thee sick in smiting thee, in making thee desolate because of thy sins." Woo! And that's what's going to happen to Babylon. That's what's happening right now. These people are bugging out, man. They don't know what's going on. The economy is going into the toilet. Okay, the dollar is declining every day. All right. Let's read that one more time. Micah 6:13. It says, "Therefore also will I make thee sick in smiting thee, in making thee desolate because of thy sins. Thou shalt eat, but not be satisfied. And thy casting down shall be in the midst of thee. And thou shalt take hold, but thou shalt not deliver. And that which thou deliverest will I give up to the sword." Woo! That's talking about you Israelites, but ultimately, all right, you're in the spirit of your father, the devil, and the lust thereof ye will do. All right. Verse 15, it says, "Thou shalt sow, but thou shalt not reap. Thou shalt tread the olives, but thou shalt not anoint thee with oil and sweet wine, but shalt not drink wine." So these people are getting ready to find out that the Lord ain't with this place. Never was. This place was set up, okay, only to be destroyed. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and when the sound of the grinding is low, and shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." Woo! Lord's bringing destruction upon this place, man. Okay? The dollar is devaluing every day, man. Eventually, that's going to be, this prophecy is coming to pass. Verse 5, it says, and when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden. It says, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. Woo! Verse 6, it says, or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitchers be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. There shall be dust remain. It's like it. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. Woo! All this is going to be destroyed, man. And you're not going to, Esau thinks he's going to somehow put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, and that's not going to happen. Okay? Let's go back to the article. Finish this off. Just wanted to get in the spirit, I pray this is edifying for you, brothers and sisters. All right, and little children. It says a Federal Reserve official has warned that inflation is only bound to get worse for Americans, at least for the next few months, before it likely begins to taper off. The math suggests we're probably going to see somewhat higher readings over the next few months before they are likely to start to taper off. Minneapolis Federal Reserve Chairman Neil Kashkari told Face the Nation on Sunday. According to Kashkari, current inflation and supply chain issues are a result of surge in demand for goods. Remember, we read about that, right? The push-pull. Okay, the demand push or demand pull. Okay. This is that type of, there are different types of inflations. All right. That's why I wanted to bring that out for you. It says, as well as the Crown 19 plan. Okay. Both problems. Oh, it's like it says both problems the Federal Reserve official refers to as temporary. That's BS. This is permanent, as Ecclesiastes 12 talks about. He wish it was temporary. It says the increase in demand, Kashkari claimed, says it's partly because Congress has given a lot of money to families and businesses to get through the plan. It says look at it, food banks struggle to feed hungry Americans. Inflation rates are currently at a 30-year high, according to data from the U.S. Labor Department. It says while Kashkari admits the pain U.S. consumers are feeling is real, the government shouldn't set long-term monetary policy and adjust too much based on temporary factors, even if those temporary factors take a little bit longer than we expected. It says over the next 6 months, it's like over the next 6 to 9 months, he added, we're going to get a lot more data on both the demand side and the supply side to get a better reading on where the economy is headed. President Joe Biden and his administration have faced heavy scrutiny over inflation, while with Americans seeing the price of gas and food rise dramatically. It says while also dealing with massive supply chain issues and that have slowed the movement of goods. Biden directly addressed the issues on Sunday in a tweet where he claimed that Americans may be facing prices that are too high, but they are also apparently in the middle of a historic economic recovery. Do you guys feel that? I don't feel that. I see this place folding faster than a Walmart tent, man. All right. It says, and cited his controversial and expensive Build Back Better plan as the solution to Americans' economic woes. Look at this. Look, you see the tweet. Crown 19 has disrupted supply chains around the world, not even in the midst of historic economic recovery. Americans are facing prices that are just too high. We must pass the Build Back Better Act to lower costs for working families and help get people back to work. And ultimately, this Build Back Better bill that he's talking about is going to pump another $1.75 trillion into the economy against their debt. All right. Which is going to just raise up. It's going to make the inflation that much faster. So yes, pass that bill so this place can completely implode. That's where we're headed. All right. Let's get Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24:1, it says, Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. That's right. Verse 3, jumping down, it says, The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. All right? These people are languishing. Okay? Very vain people. All right, all of these different ways to try to get back to basically build the economy back to a respectable pace. Okay, where the dollar was somewhat decent. Okay, that is a thought that's not going to come to fruition, man. All right, it's not going to come to pass. All right. Verse 5, it says, The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men are left. That's what's going to lead to all-out war. This is going to lead to all-out war. People are sick and tired of the politics of this society, mainly from you Babylonians, okay? You Americans, all right? Verse 7, it says, The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and all the merry-hearted do sigh. And that's what they're doing. They're sighing and crying, okay? Sighing and crying. Let's get James real quick. We got to grab James whenever you bring this topic out. This is James 5:1. It says, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields. That's the workers, the laborers, the day laborers. It says, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. This is them sighing right now. It says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Woo. Verse 5, it says, Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you, you damn devils. All right? The so-called Black, Latino, Native American man has not resisted you, and you're still on a murderous mayhem. All right? Verse 7, it says, Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, which is the elect, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain. Beautiful. Beautiful. So those of us who have the ears and eyes to see what's going on for real, all right, we're going to be able to make it through this. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. It's beautiful. This is all beautiful precepts and parables, man. Okay? Because this devil ain't going to get away with what he's doing. But you got to believe that. You got to know that. His time is ticking. He know he ain't got much time. So he's going to try to come with everything he can. All right? Let's get one last scripture. We're going to get on out of here. This is Ezekiel 7 and let's start at 14. Ezekiel 7 and 14 we'll read down. It says, They have blown the trumpet, talking about the elect. It says, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without. It says the sword is without. Slack it. It says the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine. It's like and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Woo! That's where we at, man. We're in that time. We're in the time of pestilence and famine. Are we not? The dollar inflation is crashing. People are, hey, man. People are people that used to scoff at this. Well, you know, you still got scoffers. All right. Hey, call her lawyer, Yahweh Shemal Shai, for these fucking scoffers, man. All right, because without them, all right, you know, they the fact that they're scoffing, all right, only emboldens our stance, man. All right, the fact that you're scoffing against our message just makes us go even harder. So the water. Let's read that one more time. Ezekiel 7:15. It says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour. That's right. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you try to do, you're not going to be able to escape what's coming to this place, man. All right, Babylon the Great. It says, but they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. Woo. Woo-wee. Boy, verse 17, all hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Woo. It says, their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh. It says, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither feel their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Verse 20, it says, as for the, and let me just give a quick, you know what I'm saying, summation, okay? Look around, okay? Measuring the times diligently, you can look around and you can see that these people are waxing worse, man, okay? Desperation, all right, is set in, okay? Now, it hasn't got to the point where it's straight up just, you know what I mean, every man for himself. We ain't got to that part yet, because that's the day of Jacob's trouble, okay? But these people have that realization that things ain't going so well. Matter of fact, I was watching a news program about a week ago, and they were talking about 71% of Americans don't love the way, or love just like you love the direction where the country's going. All right. So these people are starting to languish and harder and faster. All right, even more than we thought at this point, man. And hey, call her lawyer, Yahweh about Shemal Shai. It says, verse 20, it says, as for the beauty of his ornament, he said it in majesty, but they made their images of their abominations after their detestable things. Therefore have I set it far from them, and I will give it to the hands of the strangers for a prey, and the wicked, it's like into the wicked of the earth for a spoil, and they shall pollute it. My face will I also turn from them, and they shall pollute my secret place, for the robber shall enter into it and defile it. And that's what you did. Okay. And remember, in James 5, it says that this will be a witness against you, man. Which your economy, all right, the first stocks and bonds. I don't know if brothers and sisters know this. I'm sure a lot of you brothers do. But the first stocks and bonds was you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, you were the first. Commodity traded on Wall Street, man. All right. which that goes into so-called Black Friday, all types of things. It's just it's completely wicked. All right. So I think that'll be about it. I mean, I think you brothers and sisters get it at this point. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahara Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, many blessings, and salutations to the elect. Shalom.